At midnight, the eerie song I heard on the 7th floor of the abandoned building brought me face to face with death. Before starting the story, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. In the 1990s, a 7-story, quite old and worn-out building was constructed. The exterior of the building was crumbling, the windows were broken, and the stairs creaked. I rented an apartment on the 7th floor of this building. Not many people live here. The reason I rented this apartment is because my job requires a quiet environment. Yes, I am a professional ghost story writer. I sleep during the day and write ghost stories at night. I rarely go out and eat instant noodles every day. Midnight, that is 12 o'clock, is my working time. I just moved into this apartment, and I am quite satisfied with the environment. One night while writing a ghost story, I was a bit troubled because I lost my inspiration. Just then, a faint song began to play from the next apartment. It was a song by Teresa Teng, When Will You Return, and it continued until 5 in the morning. I'm a patient person, and besides, I wasn't sleeping, so I didn't bother. Maybe the neighbor is also a ghost writer, I thought. For several days, the song played at the same time. That day, I was arguing with the magazine about the fee, and hearing the song made me even more upset. Finally, I couldn't stand it anymore and banged the wall a few times with a broom, but the song didn't stop. The next day, I decided to knock on the door if it happened again, and indeed, the song started right on time at midnight. I couldn't take it anymore, so I knocked on the door and shouted, "Do you expect us to sleep at this hour?" But there was no response. I had to return to my apartment full of anger. I went out to the balcony and suddenly remembered that I could go over from the balcony. Without thinking about the danger, I climbed over immediately. The lights were off in the neighbor's apartment. Through the glass door, I saw a DVD player playing the song. The blue light on the buttons looked extremely eerie in the dark. In front of the DVD player stood a woman with long hair wearing a white dress. After watching for a while, I noticed a mirror on the wall that reflected her face. Under the moonlight, I looked closely and saw that her face was a skull. No, I wasn't mistaken. It was a skull. Suddenly, my scalp went numb and my legs gave way and I fell off the balcony. When I woke up, I was in the hospital. Remembering what happened the night before, I shuddered. Even stranger, I didn't die from falling from the 7th floor. I only had a few minor injuries. I moved out of that apartment that day. Before leaving, the old lady next door told me that the apartment had been empty for over 10 years. A little girl used to live there. She loved to sing and dreamed of becoming a star one day. But one day, for some unknown reason, she committed suicide at home. Her favorite song was When Will You Return? After leaving that apartment, I never wrote another ghost story. I started learning the business from my father. From that day on, I never read anything related to ghosts again. Pay attention to every whisper you hear at midnight, because sometimes the past returns at the most unexpected moments.